This week on the Rockbridge Report. VMI continues construction on its military training facility on Main Street. We'll tell you when you can expect the traffic to ease up.
The Botetourt County Board of Supervisors approved a wind turbine project on North Mountain Tuesday. We'll tell you why some Rockbridge County residents aren't looking forward to it.
And I'll be telling you why the snow will be melting and you can put away your winter jackets for the week.
It's brand new and already the new Thai restaurant in downtown Lexington is the hottest meal ticket around.
All that and more on today's Rockbridge Report.
Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University with news for Rockbridge County, this is the Rockbridge Report.
Welcome to the Rockbridge Report. I'm Kate Boswell.
And I'm Abhigna Pentala. This enormous VMI building project on Main Street is 70% complete. Barbara Bent takes us on a tour through the site.
Construction noise reverberates across the Virginia Military Institute campus, making room for what is being called a military training facility.
This will be really one of the first on the East Coast. I believe West Point may have something similar, but otherwise we're going to be one of the first in this area, in this side of the nation, that will have this.
This indoor training facility is part of a bigger project that involved relocation of 3 buildings. After the recent recession, VMI was the first school with a detailed outline of what it planned to do with the taxpayer dollars, making it the attractive candidate for state funding.
This is phase 1. It's new construction. It's about 200,000 square feet, somewhere in the neighborhood of just under $80 million total. It includes primarily an indoor hydraulically operated 200-meter track. The facility will house our track and field team, but in addition, it's used for the entire Corps. It'll have a high rope system up in the roof rafters. It has a 35-foot climbing wall.
Phase 2, the renovation of Cormac and Koch Halls, is nearly complete. Together, the 3 buildings form the Corps Physical Training Facilities.
It really answers the big part about VMI. The distinctive part about VMI is the military aspect, and of course that's very physical. And this particular building really answers the question about how we train cadets in the physical aspects of their military education.
For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Barbara Bent.
Colonel Jarvis says the indoor training facility will open on time in late October.
Newly elected Commonwealth's attorney Chris Bilius revealed his plans for handling drug cases in the county. He wants to start a drug docket within the court, which would make drug offenders on probation accountable to a judge. Bilius hopes this will encourage repeat offenders to adapt to a drug-free lifestyle. Introducing the drug docket will have to wait until a new presiding judge is appointed for Rockbridge County.
Last Friday, the Rockbridge area was hit hard by a winter storm. The heavy snowfall caused schools to shut down and people to stay off the roads. Kali Sapp took a look at how well Rockbridge County dealt with the snow.
What may look like a winter wonderland turned into what Lexington City Manager Noah Simon called a snow emergency. Over Friday and Saturday, the Rockbridge area received between 16 and 20 inches of snow, effectively shutting it down. Schools, city and county offices, and many downtown businesses closed. Some, like Taps and Monotaqueria, decided to remain open.
I think that after 4 o'clock, when people start stirring around, it'll be crazy here because everybody else is closed. We're going to be in good shape.
Clark Hyman, like several others, believes the county handled the snowstorm better than recent years. That's because Lexington City Council banned parking downtown, which allowed snowplows to better move through the streets.
I think this year is amazing what they're doing because you can't park on the streets anymore. You know, they'll tow you away. One of the guests over here got towed away. But last year, when we had the 18 inches, everybody got buried in. This year, it's totally different. I mean, they're on top of their game.
The county's Spencer Suter said the snow removal was a success because the city, county, and VDOT were all working together for the first time. Simon said that although Lexington's plows are old, they are in working condition. Plows were attached to the front of trucks and even four-wheelers. Despite this, many roads outside of the Lexington city limit remained unplowed, and some of the ones in the city still had a layer of sludge on them, making driving conditions dangerous. Simon said that overall, the city dealt with the snow very well. He was pleased with the plan and the implementation, and if Lexington were to receive another snowfall similar to this one, he wouldn't do anything differently. Although snow is removed from the roads quickly and efficiently, sidewalks remain snowy and icy for the next several days. From the Rockbridge Report, I'm Kylie Sapp.
Schools in the Rockbridge area reopened on Wednesday.
Donald Trump is standing firm on his plans to boycott Thursday's Fox News debate. The Republican frontrunner announcing plans to host a veterans benefit in Iowa at the exact same time his rivals will be debating, CNN's Phil Mattingly reports.
Donald Trump only hours away from hosting his, quote, special event to raise money for veterans at Drake University in Des Moines, the televised affair airing the same time as Fox's Trumpless primetime debate.
What we have going, and it's really important, it's a movement. It's not like a normal situation.
But the GOP frontrunner's decision to stick it to Fox by dropping out is not without irony.
I was not treated well by Fox.
Trump appearing on the network last night, Fox News anchor Bill O'Reilly failing to coax him back to the stage. In Trump's absence, Texas Senator Ted Cruz, running number 2 in the polls, is likely to be pushed to center stage. Now Cruz is doubling down on his challenge for a one-on-one debate with his biggest rival.
I'm going to propose a venue, Western Iowa Tech, Saturday night in Sioux City. We already have it reserved.
Cruz's super PAC offering $1.5 million to vets groups if Trump agrees. And Carly Fiorina upping the ante, offering $2 million to debate Trump at Drake. The media spectacle rubbing the rest of the GOP PAC the wrong way.
I don't think he'll be missed. In fact, I really don't think Donald Trump's a conservative.
90% of their coverage is on this whole thing. This is not a show. This is serious.
5 days out of the Iowa caucus, Washington and Lee's mock convention political team has predicted Donald Trump to win the popular vote. Next month's sold-out convention has been going on since 1908. Former Vice President of the United States, Dick Cheney, is a keynote speaker for this year's convention. Also speaking at the event are well-known Republicans Ann Coulter, Bob Goodlatte, Newt Gingrich, and more. Convention weekend at WNL begins Friday, February 11th and runs through the 13th. When we come back,
we'll tell you
can
about
look forward to some warmer
Lexington's
weather
newest
this week.
restaurant
We're
and how
expecting 50-degree temperatures.
All that and more next.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary.
Nah, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
The Weather Service estimated Rockbridge County got 16.5 inches of snow over the weekend. By Sunday night, county roads were drivable once again. Residents say this is thanks in large part to the Virginia Department of Transportation. Jordan Cohen has the story.
When snow falls within the 610 square miles of Rockbridge County and its cities, emergency responders must decide which parts of the county require immediate attention and which can wait.
VDOT has a process for doing that, and they focus on the primary or the interstates first.
This focus does not mean that lesser traveled Rockbridge County roads are neglected.
You know, I think they do a phenomenal job in keeping the primary roads and then the secondary roads open.
Virginia Department of Transportation Assistant Residency Administrator Mike Henry says the department had high standards for getting snow off the roads in a timely manner.
In any storm, regardless of the magnitude, is to have all roads cleared within 48 hours after the storm stops.
Congressman also emphasized the importance of community cooperation to keep residents safe during severe winter weather.
A lot of times it does take a whole community to get through a storm such as this, so it's important that those people that have the ability to plow out not only their own driveway but their neighborhoods or their neighbors, that just really enhances our ability to get people up and moving again.
While having your own plow may be convenient, it's also pricey, with Wicklund estimating the cost of a new plow at $35,000. Plowing services from the Virginia Department of Transportation therefore remain vital to the safety of Rockbridge County residents. For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Jordan Cohen.
There's no prompter. As the snow melts, Forstman says emergency responders are sitting down for an after-action report to discuss what can be done differently in future storms.
Last Thursday, we were anticipating heavy snow. What a difference a week makes. Faith Pinu is here to report with the weather.
That's right, Kate. We still do have a bit of snow on the ground, but we are looking forward to some warmer temperatures. Let's take a look at the almanac. Here in Lexington today, we have a high of 44 degrees and a low of 27. Some winds coming in from the south, about 8 miles per hour, nothing too heavy. We can be grateful for temperatures quite a bit higher than our record low today. -2 we had in 2000, but we're sticking around 44 degrees and 27. In comparison to the rest of our region, Lexington is sticking around Stanton and Buena Vista, about 46 degrees. It does get a bit cooler up north in Charlottesville at 40 degrees, but they're looking at fair skies. And it does dip down quite a bit into the Covington area. We have 37 degrees and it is snowing over there. Looking ahead to our 5-day forecast, tomorrow it will be going down to a high of 39 degrees. And it's a bit cloudy. There's some winds coming in from the south today that may bring some snow flurries overnight, bringing us to colder temperatures tomorrow. On Saturday, it'll climb all the way up to 50 degrees with sunny skies. And on Sunday, a high of 56, mostly sunny. On Monday, it's going up even more to 58 degrees, also mostly sunny. And Tuesday, back down to 57, slight chance of rain, about 70% chance of precipitation at night. That's it for your weekly weather forecast. Back to you.
Rockbridge County ranks 81 out of 124 schools in Virginia for teacher salary. But at a recent Rockbridge County School Board meeting, the superintendent said other aspects of the county appeal to teachers. He said an attractive location and up-to-date facilities bring teachers to the county more than money. All but one school has been renovated, and being just an hour from larger cities is a draw. The superintendent also said that the cost of living in the county is 6th highest out of the 20 nearby districts, while teacher pay is the 12th lowest.
Wind turbines on North Mountain have been approved. When we come back, we'll tell you why Rockbridge County residents are not happy about what that will do to their views of the mountain.
And later, local church members react to an international vote regarding LGBT rights. All that and more next on the Rockbridge Report.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your GED.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future and sign up for free classes now at yourged.org.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers, dirty looks.
School's out!
For summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
Charges of driving under the influence and speeding in Lexington have increased in the past 3 years, according to a report from the Lexington Police Department. DUI convictions have risen by nearly 30% since 2013, and speeding violations have increased nearly 20% since 2013. But Rockbridge County has seen an overall decrease in DUIs and in speeding. However, Lexington reports that it is one of the safest communities in Virginia, with a decrease in marijuana possession charges and in felony arrests since 2013.
The Botetourt County Board of Supervisors voted Tuesday on a controversial plan to build wind turbines on top of North Mountain. Though the wind farm is located in Botetourt, citizens of Rockbridge County say the plan will ruin the beauty of the ridge and give nothing back in return.
Rockbridge County is known for its beautiful mountain vistas, but a proposed wind farm on top of North Mountain might change one of its famous views. Apex Clean Energy is planning to build 25 wind turbines on the ridge of North Mountain. The wind farm will be located just over the line in Botetourt County, but Rockbridge County Administrator Spencer Suter says citizens of Rockbridge have been worried.
Specific concerns that have been expressed are viewshed, the impact on tourism. One of our greatest draws here in Rockbridge County is the scenic beauty of the county. So there's some folks have significant concern about viewshed impact.
Viewshed is a word that means the area that is visible from a location. Apex Clean Energy said the turbines will provide tax revenue and 7 permanent jobs to Botetourt County.
Well, certainly there is a tax benefit to them. It's been reported to me that Botetourt County would receive an estimated between $750,000 and $1.2 million a year.
At their meeting on Monday, the Rockbridge supervisors passed a resolution that suggests that Botetourt County wait 90 days before deciding on the wind farm. Chris Bauman, owner of a farm in Rockbridge County, was one of many concerned citizens who spoke at the work session.
Rockbridge County is going to bear the brunt of the viewshed impacts and perhaps some of the health problems and other issues. Was not told about this until over the Christmas holiday and was given less than a week to prepare a response.
At their meeting on Tuesday, the Botetourt Board of Supervisors unanimously approved the plan to build the wind farm. For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Henry Lozado.
When Apex Clean Energy's 25 wind turbines are complete, Botetourt County will feature Virginia's first ever wind farm.
The United States is on heightened alert about the Zika virus. The U.S. urges pregnant women to avoid travel to 24 international locations for fear of contracting the virus. Dr. Sanjay Gupta reports on the spreading virus that is linked to potentially deadly birth defects.
So this is the bloodsucker everyone's after, the female Aedes aegypti mosquito. She's the main carrier of several dangerous viruses that have spread around the world, including yellow fever, dengue, chikungunya, and now Zika. Zika is actively spreading in many top vacation spots, such as the Caribbean, Mexico, and Brazil, which is also the site of this summer's Olympic Games. Unlike other mosquito-borne diseases, Zika has become of particular concern to pregnant women, because Brazil is now the epicenter of a Zika epidemic linked to babies born with microcephaly. It's a devastating neurological condition where the baby's head and brain don't develop. Women living in Brazil, El Salvador, Colombia, and Jamaica are now being told not to get pregnant at this time. And in the United States, the CDC is also sounding the alarm.
Pregnant women should consider deferring travel to areas where Zika virus is currently circulating.
Also, if you've traveled to these destinations while pregnant, get tested, because 80% of those infected have no symptoms. One baby was born with microcephaly in Hawaii. His mom had traveled to Brazil during her pregnancy. Other states are also reporting confirmed cases of Zika, but officials stress they did not get the virus here. Instead, all had recently traveled to countries where Zika is circulating. But if or when Zika is locally transmitted, for those who are not expecting, the virus is usually mild and not a danger to future births.
They will resolve the infection and they will have immunity. And should they plan to get pregnant in years in the future, in a few years or whatever, there really is absolutely no cause for concern.
Rockbridge residents could see higher water costs if the local water authority takes over the running of the area's 2 water plants. Maury Service Authority Executive Director Jerry Higgins sent a letter to City Council last month ending the city's day-to-day operation of the water plants effective July 1st. City Manager Noah Simmons said he was surprised at the timing of the letter and said he did not think MSA executives had screened the plan thoroughly. Simmons said he was worried that any unforeseen costs could be passed on to the ratepayer. When we come back, Asher will tell you how we are doing, how the local teams are doing, and what's new in the local news sports.
And the hot new food in the Lexington restaurant scene is Thai. That's next.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Every budget, so don't accept defeat. Now you can get covered and still
buy me treats.
You take care of your pets. Now it's their turn to take care of you. Visit getcoveredamerica.org to learn about your health insurance options.
This morning, the Virginia State Board of Education approved Buena Vista's plan to reconstitute 3 of its schools. The state denied reaccreditation to 2 of the city's elementary schools and the middle school last year after the schools failed to meet statewide benchmarks on SOL tests. In the past year, the Buena Vista City school system has implemented a plan that the administration feels will boost test scores. But even with today's decision, the state could still take over the schools if their test scores do not improve within 3 years. We're in the heart of the basketball season, and Asher Stevens-Lubin is here to report on that and other local sports. Asher?
Snowy conditions postponed many sporting events this past weekend, but since games have resumed, local basketball teams faced some tough losses. SVU men's and women's teams both lost to Christopher Newport last night. Both teams play at St. Mary's this weekend. The VMI Keydets lost 56-68 against Furman on Monday. They fall to 6-12 overall, but are 5-3 at home. WNL women's basketball team faced a tight 68-63 loss against Emory and Henry last night. The women are now 5-4 in conference play. Andy Kleinlein scored 21 points for the Generals in their loss at Eastern Mennonite University last night. Both teams travel to Guilford to play this Saturday. In high school basketball news, the Rockbridge County men's team lost in a close match to Lord Botetourt. The final score was 54-55. The men's team at Perry McClure beat Buffalo Gap yesterday, 57-43. The women's team lost 34-60 to Lord Botetourt on Tuesday. They fall to 5-10 overall. The WNL and VMI swim teams will compete at 1 o'clock this Saturday. This is the last meet before the 2 teams swim in their respective championships. After snow canceled events last weekend, VMI Wrestling will host the 22nd annual All-Academy Wrestling Championships in Cameron Hall this Saturday. SVU Wrestling travels to York for a contest tomorrow night. And WNL Wrestling also travels to Pennsylvania this weekend for a rescheduled match against Gettysburg and Johns Hopkins. That's all for sports news today. Back to you, Kate.
Thanks for the updates, Asher. At a recent meeting in London, the Worldwide Anglican Communion sanctioned the United States Episcopal Church because of its more liberal stance on homosexuality. The U.S. branch will not be able to vote in commissions for the next 3 years. But the Reverend David Cox, a priest associate at R.E. Lee Memorial Church, says the decision is just a slap on the wrist and will not affect daily church operations. The annual Council of the Episcopal Diocese of Southwest Virginia will convene this weekend in Roanoke to discuss the church's response to the sanctions.
You now have another choice for ethnic food in downtown Lexington. Napa Thai restaurant opened last week on North Main Street. The building was once home to Tuscany Italian restaurant, but has been vacant since that restaurant closed 4 years ago. One of Napa Thai's owners, Luck DC, says she first came to Lexington 3 months ago. When she found the empty building, Luck says she and her family saw the opportunity to fill in a gap in the Lexington restaurant market. Lindsay Castleberry reports.
Napa Thai is a new beginning for the 3,500 square feet of space next to McAdoo's.
The first time I just come to this area, somehow, I see it's a beautiful town. And we're looking for the food, and we say it's no Thai food.
Since it opened on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, the restaurant has been packed with diners eager to chow down on signature Thai cuisine.
Mostly the way I see right now, everybody know about pad Thai and curry.
Napa Thai put up its official sign over the weekend, but customers say they have already had to put up with long wait times to try the food. On its third day of business, Napa Thai ran out of some of its most popular items and closed during its lunch hours. Customers were turned away.
So the first day I came, like I said, it was last Monday, and I came for lunch. I was the first customer, and while I was eating, I'd say like 2 more people came in for lunch. I came back the next day with some of my friends for dinner, and every single table was filled. But the sign wasn't even on the door yet. They had just printed off the menus when I had been there for lunch on Monday. So I think just word of mouth got around.
Employees had to drive to Washington, D.C. to restock the popular menu items. Now, to keep up with the demand, Luck says she's hiring more staff. Still, customers say they are more than satisfied to have another option in town.
There's Chinese food, there's fine dining and American, but Thai is something, it's a space in the market.
Fine dining in Lexington took a hit last year with the closing of Bricks and Cafe Michelle. Luck says she isn't worried.
For me right now, I try to do my best for the restaurant, but if in the future we're doing good, we might open another area.
The restaurant's ribbon cutting is still to be determined. For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Lindsay Castleberry.
That's all for this edition of the Rockbridge Report. Thanks for watching.
Join us again next Thursday and at our website at any time at rockbridgereport.academic.wlu.edu.